Good morning guys, welcome to SUPERCARLIFE UK. My name is Lee. This is a new venture for myself. Never done really anything much before on YouTube apart from just uploaded a few videos, but this is a new venture that I've decided to start with regard to running, owning and sort of maintaining everything to do with owning a supercar. I've been into cars all my life, had all sorts of different types of cars, and I've been lucky enough and fortunate and worked hard, worked my way up through different cars, and I'm now at a level where I'm looking to buy my next supercar. YouTube is something I've never really done before, as I say, apart from just uploading the odd video here and there of sort of drift days that I used to that I've been on and do still partake in. But yeah, what I've decided to do is, it seemed when I've been sort of looking around, researching and seeing what cars are buying, there's a lot of guys out there nowadays that are doing these sorts of YouTube channels. So I thought, why not give it a try? Not necessarily a natural in front of the camera. Seems a bit strange just talking to a camera. Obviously sat in my lounge on my own, but yeah, hopefully I can make it a bit, sort of a bit fun, informative. Yeah, have a bit of fun along the way, basically. Last year I realised the dream and managed to buy a Ferrari 360, a Spider, which was in Grigio alloy colour. So it looks like a sort of silvery bluey type colour. Beautiful, beautiful car. Had the car for about 6 months or so. I suppose to a certain extent ticked a box. Love driving around a convertible, obviously, so bought it, had it over the winter. Obviously didn't get as much use out of it then as I wanted to. Coming into 2015, in sort of May time, decided to sell the car. The prices were on the up, and there was an opportunity to make a few pounds, so decided to sell the car and made a small profit. Since then I've been deciding what car to buy next. The choices were between Audi R8, Lamborghini Gallardo and the Nissan GTR, the new R35 GTR. Been to test drive the GTR. Phenomenal car, very, very powerful, technically brilliant. I suppose technology wise and performance wise probably wipes the floor with both the Gallardo and the R8. But at this point in time I didn't really feel that it was the right car for me at this point. No doubt at some point in the future I will own one, but yeah, at this point in time, the Gallardo really, I suppose, is my sort of ultimate dream car. Always wanted to own one ever since they were released 2004. The prices have sort of gone up and down. I missed the opportunity a couple of years back to buy one very, very cheap. Should have bought it really in hindsight, obviously, because the prices since then have gone up quite a bit with the recession sort of getting better and better and the economic situation improving. If I'd bought that car then, I would have made a fair few pounds on that one as well. But recently been to look at a couple of Gallardos. For my budget where I'm at, I went to look at a couple that were around about the 60,000 mark. And for a £60,000 car, you expect to have a certain level of quality. Sorry, my phone was ringing there. For £60,000, you expect to have a certain level of quality, but the quality just wasn't there. The cars were a little bit ragged, a little bit dogged, not as you would expect a 60k car to be. And I think at this point in my life, I kind of decided that actually probably the R8 was the route that I wanted to go. Again, since they were released in sort of 2007 odd, always wanted to own one. Beautiful looking cars. Okay, maybe not as sort of exotic, if you like, or flamboyant, shall we say, as the Gallardo, or some Ferraris and things like that. But ultimately speaking, a lovely, lovely car, and a few years ago I did drive one, and ever since then, sort of always wanted to own one. So the plan is to look for an R8. Currently I'm signed off work at the moment, I've got some back issues, and whilst obviously I can't really do a lot or move around, it does give me a lot of time to have a look around and search on the internet and do a lot of research into it. Part of that research has led me along the lines of doing this venture, the YouTube venture. There seems to be quite a lot of channels set up by guys, car enthusiasts, who are documenting their ownership of cars, or even just the fact that they love cars, and going off and doing sort of car spotting, if you like. A channel that stood out for me was a guy called Paul Wallace, a channel called SUPERCARS of London. The main reason for that is that he owns an R8, or well, I believe he's recently literally just sold and changed for Lamborghini Gallardo. But had an R8, and he was spent a lot of time documenting the car, driving around Europe and doing all sorts of different things with it. And that's given me a real good insight into what R8s and owning an R8 is like, the running costs, the maintenance, and all that sort of thing. And predominantly that's what my YouTube channel is hopefully going to aim at, is documenting that side of things. Obviously going to car events and meets and all that sort of thing, hopefully get some filming done on there. I've got a full-time job, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to be doing all the time. It's probably just maybe a once a week video, maybe just to give an update as to where I've been, what I've been doing with the car, if anything. I've got a lot of plans, having done a lot of research into what you can do with the cars and the parts you can buy and all that sort of thing. When I eventually do find a car, they've got quite good plans for modifying it and adding in extras. I'm not, a natural in front of the camera, as you can probably tell. I'm not a super excitable character, but my knowledge around cars is pretty good, I'd say. Mechanical knowledge and that sort of thing. So hopefully, I can give a bit of info and that more sort of technical side of things about running and maintaining the cars. And for anyone else that's looking to buy a supercar, or just wanting to follow me on my journey, then obviously please do subscribe. Same plan is to do sort of a weekly video probably, and over time just share it and build an audience for the channel. I suppose an ultimate dream would be to one day maybe become some sort of car journalist, online YouTube journalist, test driving cars and all that sort of thing, sort of Top Gear style. Who wouldn't love that job if you're a car enthusiast? But the search for the time being is, I say, focusing around eBay and sort of piston heads and Auto Trader. So three main places to look to find cars at the moment. I've shortlisted a few cars that at some point hopefully go and try and see, or at least speak to the dealers. As I say, because of some recent back issues, I'm not particularly mobile. I've got a ruptured disc in my back, so it is very, very difficult to move around and everything at the moment. But hopefully that things will improve, and hopefully in the next few weeks looking to have surgery to rectify that problem, so I can be back on my feet again properly and stand upright. But for the time being, I've got a lot of time in my hands, so figured why not, might as well start up a YouTube channel, doing the sort of standard things once I do eventually find a car. So videoing the sort of collection of the vehicle, first drive of the vehicle, hopefully, touch wood, not, but any sort of problems I encounter, things along the lines of insurance, say just daily running costs, maintenance costs, servicing, all that sort of thing. And as I say, the ongoing journey of modifying the vehicle, looking online, say focusing on the R8, the parts you can get. I'm quite a fan of carbon fibre, and there's quite a lot of parts out there. They all do seem to be very, very expensive though. But then I guess that's the supercar tax that gets added on to these sorts of things. But we'll see. Unfortunately, I'm not from a hugely rich background, quite the contrary, from a very, very meagre background. Just worked very hard in my life, saved up the money and worked my way through buying and selling cars, and just following my passion that way. And I've been fortunate enough along the way to make a couple of good decisions here and there, and be in a position now to be able to go out and look for my next car. How long I own the vehicle for, I don't know. I'm quite short term, shall we say, when it comes to owning cars. I like to get the car, enjoy it, use it, and then sort of always got my mind set on the next vehicle. So I don't know, who knows, in future maybe the step to the Lamborghini Gallardo, depending on what happens with prices, maybe if they come down a little bit, which would be ideal, obviously. But yeah, for the current time being, the sort of research that I've done, and what you can get for your money with the Audi R8 as opposed to the Gallardo, very, very similar cars. The chassis being the same chassis. So drivability wise, they're very, very similar. Maybe not much, obviously not as much power, 420 odd horsepower. I'm going to be looking to get the V8 R8, not the V10. A lot of people are sort of saying, oh, maybe you should get the V10. I think if you're looking at V10 money for R8, again, you're back into the sort of Lamborghini Gallardo territory. And hands up, ultimately my preference would be to own the Gallardo, but the time being, I don't want to go down that route. I want to go for the R8, and there's someone at my door, so I'm going to go and get the door. Please watch, subscribe, and look forward for you guys to follow me on my journey. Thanks a lot. Hi guys, just finishing off the video from yesterday. Obviously my doorbell went, so I couldn't really finish the video. Just wanted to put an end to it, really. Obviously it ended very abruptly. I shall keep you guys posted as to what's happening. So please subscribe, SUPERCAR Life UK. Feel free to pop any comments. Please try not to be too brutal about the quality of the video or my filming skills, or wittering on about just random stuff. Again, it's going to be a work in progress to learn to be in front of the camera. So yeah, any questions that you may have, feel free to pop in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply as and when I can. So let's say thanks for watching. Hopefully I've not bored you too much. Future videos will be a lot more exciting because it won't just be my face on the screen. It'll be more about cars and driving around and having a bit of fun. So yeah, please subscribe, SUPERCAR Life UK, and drop any comments that you would like to. Thanks a lot, speak to you soon. Cheers.